92.3 Amp Radio.
What's up, familia? Nina, Shaboy in the morning, and the beautiful Ellie Goulding in the building right now. Let's give it up for Ellie!
Hey!
We got like in-studio audience and everything for you,
I know,
Ellie.
it's great. It's cool.
I love this.
I like it.
It's like almost like being on Oprah. It's like, look under your chair. What do you have?
Oh, is that what she does? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she gives all kinds of prizes like new cars and stuff. No, there's nothing under your chair. Sorry.
That's a shame.
But we do have a brand new song from Ellie Goulding.
Yeah, so I'm giving you something instead.
There you go.
Yes.
It's called On My Mind. We're super stoked for it. I mean, it's kind of crazy because you just dropped a new song with Major Lazer called Powerful, which we love and we've been playing here on 92.3 Amp Radio, and it's so good, Ellie.
Thank you. I love that one. Yeah, I actually recorded that a while ago because we wanted to work, myself and Diplo wanted to work together for ages and we just haven't had a chance. So when that opportunity came about, I was like, yeah, we have to just get it done. And that was like over 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Over 2 years ago?
That I recorded it, yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's awesome when you just recorded a song 2 years ago and you're like, oh yeah, you can drop it now, and it becomes a hit.
I know. And the video was cool as well. If you get a chance, check out the video. It was really, really good fun. We did it in London. It's really good.
I love it. You're very empowering, very inspiring with your music. And even on your Instagram, we were talking about this. You kind of make me feel guilty sometimes. And Nina.
Oh my gosh, I'll be laying in bed scrolling through my Instagram because I follow you and I'm like, dang it, Ellie again? Fine, I'll get up and go to the gym.
Yeah, but you'll be happy to know that the last 2 days I haven't remotely trained, done anything, and eaten loads of pizza. Like, you know, like some people like, I had pizza and it's just like they have like one beer and then with like glass of water. I can eat easily a whole pizza to myself.
So can I.
Like easily.
I really can.
And I'm not joking. Like I can really like put it away. Like
That's good to hear because like I'll just finish putting up an Instagram post of me eating like 50 tacos, and next thing you know, it's Ellie Goulding doing pull-ups straight up, like just pull-ups, then boxing, and I'm like, what? That's epic.
It's funny because like when I don't exercise, I don't need to eat because my body's so used to the exercise that like when I do train, I then eat loads. But like today, I haven't eaten, but like I feel fine because I haven't trained. So like, yeah, I'm pretty balanced, I'd say. Yeah.
So you know how sometimes people ask you questions about, have you ever listened to your own music while you're in the bedroom? Have you ever listened to your own music while you're working out? Because that's something you do a lot.
I've had to listen to my own music to make sure that it's all sounding as it should. And it's easy when I'm running to pick out things, you know, that I'm like, right, I need to make a note of that and get it changed. Because like mixes and you know, the songs are coming back and forth mainly from LA. Yeah. So I have to keep, you know, making changes. So yeah, I do have to listen to my own stuff.
For this, your third...
But I like it, so...
Yeah.
Good for you. You should.
For this, your third album, you teamed up with Max Martin. Huge hit maker. Now, when you're choosing, or they're matching you guys up, like to work with XYZ producer, whether it be with Major Lazer or whomever it may be, what do you look for in regards to, I can work with that person?
To be honest, I think the same as what a producer looks for in an artist, in that you have to have a good rapport, a good relationship, because if not, you tend to not get a good song out of like a weird relationship. You know, like it's got to be comfortable. And with the guys that I've worked with on the album, everything was really fun and silly, and I genuinely love Max as a person, and I think he probably was trying to look for that in me as well, because when we did Love Me Like You Do, I think he used that kind of experience to be like, oh, do I want to work with her anymore? And he was like, yes, I do. So I must have made a good impression. Yeah,
that's an honor, right? When you hear that.
God, absolutely.
So matchmaking in music is a lot like matchmaking in real life for love. Would you say that?
Yeah. Who have I match made?
Because is it true that you connected Taylor Swift with Calvin Harris?
Well, I called him over at the Brits, if that counts. I was like, because he was on the other side, because he's on a different record label. And then I was on, the other side with Taylor and a few others, and just called him over. But to be honest, I always say this, the music industry is so small that I'm sure they would have met that night anyway, because we were all just hanging out together, and they would have met anyway. So I suppose I can take that, but also I'm like, I don't know, they'd probably...
But you don't know, because there is fate involved. You know, if they didn't meet at that exact time, and if they didn't meet because you brought them over, you know, you can totally take credit for that.
Maybe. I'll take a bit of credit. I'll take a bit.
Absolutely. What did you see in Taylor and what did you see in Calvin Harris that you're like, I think they're going to hit it off, and they have?
Well, I suppose like any of your friends, like why would you link up one friend with another? You're just like, oh, they probably get on. Yeah, and they did.
Absolutely.
That's good. I have some friends I wouldn't hook up with anybody. You know, there's some of those friends you keep in a category like, no, stay away.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. I like.
what kind of friends do you hang out with?
Mean. No.
She keeps them away from everybody else in like a dungeon. No, you can't come out.
I've got such a like friendship group that it's all very sort of incestuous anyway. So like I think I don't know, like if I have a single friend, which I don't think I do really. No, I think everyone's taken. It's like everyone's just like getting married and like.
Do you need that token single girl as part of your group? Because I can totally be that.
Wait, I'm trying to think if I actually do. No.
No, single.
Everyone's taken.
They'll partner up.
Wow.
How long have you been in your relationship for now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute. She got excited.
She blushed a little bit.
I've been in mine for a couple of years now. Yeah.
And how
time's gone real quick.
Did somebody match you guys up, or how did you guys meet?
Well, I actually approached him to set him up with my friends.
Oh my gosh!
And then
Ellie.
was like, nah, I've got to have him for me. I want that. Yeah, it was a bit mean, but the friend that it was for is like really happily in a relationship now and has been for a few years. So, yeah, yeah, we just met at this awards thing and then like hit it off. Yeah,
it's kind of full circle back to pizza. I don't know if you ever sat in front of a big pizza and you kind of look at which best slices for you.
Yeah,
You know
I always
what I'm
choose
talking
the
about?
best. Yeah, the best one. Yeah, exactly.
You like the most cheese?
The biggest slice.
Ellie Goulding loves big slices of pizza.
I don't know why that sounds dirty, but yeah.
Pizza. Wait, so how did you intercept that though? Did you actually tell him you were trying to hook him up with your friend, or did you just get that far and kind of switch it up and go, "Hi, I'm Ellie"?
I think when I started talking to him, I thought I was just straight away. I was like, not even going to mention that. I'm just going to talk about me. And I don't know. But we've kind of like crossed paths because he's in a band in the UK. So
Yeah.
he's been in that band since he was like 15. So I remember him on the TV when I was young, being like, oh, you know, because he's a year younger than me, but their band, like when they got a number one in the UK, they were all like 15. It's quite crazy.
He's got an awesome name, Dougie Pointer.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
If you got married, would you change
He
your
doesn't
last
agree.
name?
He doesn't agree.
Ellie Pointer. How about that?
I've already like tried it out a few times. I'm like, I don't know. I quite like my name.
Like doodle it for a second just to see what it would look like?
No, but like I think somebody said it once, like Ellie Pointer, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know about that.
We're about to drop your brand new song called "On My Mind." We got to hear it a little bit earlier. We love it. It's the way you speak about love, the way you speak about relationships hits spot on. I know as soon as we got done listening to it, Nina was like, I get her. I know it. I get it.
Well, it's one of those songs, like I'm a lyrics person, especially when I listen to the song the first time. So I was really listening to what you're saying. And like, okay, you mentioned earlier that all your friends are in relationships, but remember when they weren't and they were getting there and they'd call you and be like, why? Why can't I stop thinking about him? Why? He's so bad for me.
But,
Like,
as soon as we wrote it, because I wrote it with Max, with Sarvan, and usually when Max writes, it's like a few people, and I think it took a few days because we just sat talking about stuff and it just opened up a whole thing of like nothing, you know, hardly ever relationships situations are black and white. So like I like the idea of exploring that thing where something from your past is so resonant in your present and you don't really know why, and it's just like, you know, we've all been in different relationships and hardly anyone's just been in one relationship. So like when you're still thinking about that person in the past, I'm like, why is that? So like I was just thinking about that, and that's why we wrote that song.
what if I called you right now and I was your friend and I'm telling you this is the problem I'm going through? What type of advice would you have?
I don't know, like I try not to live in the past too much and just move on. But I mean, that song's just like, you know, it's that kind of vulnerability that we all have, and just like, I probably say, do you know what, I know exactly what you mean, and I'm going through the same thing, and we could just like have a drink together and just cry about it.
Drink, that sounds good.
A drink, exactly, yeah, that solves everything.
What's your go-to drink there, Ellie Goulding?
I do like champagne.
All right.
But I just like the taste. Like, it's not about like expensive champagne. I sort of quite like Prosecco and cheap champagne as well. I like the taste.
Speaking of On My Mind, as you're talking about that dude that you can't get out of your mind from your past, when he's on your mind, do you or have you ever crossed over, like many of us, where it doesn't just stay in our mind, but we'll stalk them on social media.
No, because the thing is, no, but I have done that with people. I do that with people.
Yeah.
But this song isn't about any one person.
Yeah.
Because it just so happened that someone I wrote it with was in a similar thing.
Got it.
Because, God, haven't we all? And so I can't really stalk them because that person doesn't exist. But I definitely have, like, stalked people, 100%. Or, like, don't follow them, but then go find
And you're really careful. You're almost like a detective because you don't want to hit double tap because then you like the picture. You're like,
but
no.
can't you unlike, or will they get a notification already?
You can unlike, but you have to do it before they saw that you liked them. So there's always that chance that they were on right at that second. So it's like
How do you know this, Nina?
it's
You're so like clued up about it.
How are you so
But like,
educated
have
in
you
this?
ever done it that you've wanted to do it for a reason and you've wanted them to see that you've done it?
absolutely.
Girls are
Subliminal.
complex, eh?
I know,
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
are complex.
And
we
here
don't make
are.
it easy on you, do we?
And here's us guys looking at our Instagram. Why does she like me
what
and then
does
unlike
that
me?
mean?
I don't get it.
Yeah,
Then Justin Bieber comes out saying,
yeah,
what do you
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're chilling with Ellie Goulding. You're about to listen to On My Mind. We want to play a little bit of game before we wrap up called Would You Rather. So we spoke a little bit about how you're the one that told the Brits to, come on over to the States. It's a good time out here. And you brought Calvin Harris over and you got him to hang out with Taylor. You said you might take a little bit of credit for them connecting.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So would you rather, A, be Taylor Swift's maid of honor if she gets married one day, or B, have her name her first child after you?
I don't know. I'd say probably more inclined to the maid of honor thing.
Yeah.
Only because I like weddings in general. I've only been to a couple, so I just like to be involved in anyone's wedding. So, I mean, if anyone's got one that they want me to show up to, I'll bring my guitar. Yeah.
Awesome.
I genuinely I've been to like a few weddings and I just love the whole thing.
Yeah. The vibe is beautiful, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were the maid of honor, what city in the world would you celebrate Taylor Swift's bachelorette party?
Oh, I don't know.
Where would you want to go?
City. New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it would be somewhere fun. What sort of like a hen do? Do you have those hen do's?
Is that like a party before they get married,
Yeah.
like their last
Do
hurrah?
Americans have that?
Please explain how you do those parties, like a bachelorette party.
Bachelorette, right?
Wait, what did you call
Ours
it?
are called hen do's, like a hen and then a stag for the bloke.
Please explain how does that work?
Honey,
Well, the blokes all go off to like Ibiza and have it large.
I love it.
And then the ladies like do something more proper, like go to a spa or something.
So would you celebrate it the British way or the American way? The American way involves strippers
To be
most
honest,
of the time.
I genuinely, I mean, I like, I'd be happy with that, but I really like Ibiza. I'm like, I love electronic music. I went there recently on a little holiday, and it's the first time I've been there where I wasn't working. And we had so much fun. Like Jam came with me, and we had a lot of fun. It was good. Went to a few clubs.
Good
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, good
I didn't
times.
know
We'd probably do
about
that.
The
Yeah.
Brits.
I didn't either.
That was cool.
No, that was really expensive in those clubs. Like,
Yes.
it's like too expensive. I think we're just on the Red Bulls. And
Yeah, you're like, I'll take some more water, please. Thank you. Ellie Goulding chilling with us. Would you rather have a romantic date at home, in your pajamas, eating and watching a movie, or B, go out to a nice dinner in New York City?
Probably the first one because I'm a bit lazy, and it's very rare that I get to eat dinner in my pajamas in my house. So I'd probably do that. Yeah,
That's good.
I do like dinner, but I also really cherish being at home because that doesn't happen very often.
It's okay. You just really let your guard down and just relax.
Yeah, just like get food down me and just
Yeah.
like not care, and yeah.
That's awesome. And last question on Would You Rather. For Halloween, that's coming up in about a month or so, who would you rather dress up as? Justin Bieber or Nicki Minaj?
I could probably do Justin Bieber quite well because he's got blonde hair now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just went platinum.
There you go.
You just got to
Nailed
roll it to the side.
Just roll it to the side. My hair goes all over the place, so I could.
There it is.
Oh, you did it.
Oh my God.
She did say she was a bit lazy, so she just
What
fluffs her
do
hair.
you mean?
It's Ellie Bieber Pointer in the building.
My God. Sounds like a horror story. Right?
Right? Ellie, we want to thank you so much for being so
Hang on, let me
humble.
put it back.
She put her hair back.
Yeah.
For being so humble, so chill. And before we premiere On My Mind, your brand new song, what would you like your fans to know right now about this song?
Just that I'm really proud of it. Like someone said earlier, like when it was mentioned that my face just lights up. Such a cool vibe. The video's really cool. Just did that in Vegas. I think I played it to quite a few of my fans already in listening sessions, and they're really loving it and thinking that it's a really cool, move. And I just really enjoyed singing it, really enjoyed recording it, and I think it's going to be a good one live. So, yeah, I'm excited about it.
Well, keep enjoying your time here for Fashion Week. Are you hitting up any shows or anything like that, or that's not your style?
No, it's absolutely my style, but I don't have any time at all. So I won't be, but I wish I could. Next time I definitely will. Yeah.
This is really terrible, but I love Fashion Week because I like watching videos of the models falling on the runways. And it's not because I'm mean. It's because I fall all the time.
And it's like they're one of us.
Exactly.
They're not perfect.
No, and that's it's
I think you've got to have one every now and then.
It's so
Do you reckon
terrible.
when one does fall, another model's like, oh, thank God, because, it sort of comes in threes or like, I don't know, like you think, oh, it's less likely to be me if it's someone else.
Like it just happened there and it happened close to my house, so it's going to skip me falling and scraping my knees.
But I don't know how they do it. I have a lot of respect actually for catwalk models, because how do they do it? It's amazing. I have a lot of respect. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I couldn't.
Do you fall? Have you had any epic falls?
Oh, yes.
Again, I'm trying to make myself feel better.
All the time on stage. It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. I get really embarrassed all the time. And I fall. In fact, I fell like even today. I've already fallen. Not on the floor, but I've definitely nearly fallen on my face.
Little stumbles.
I just do, like a deer. Yeah. So don't
I was
worry.
leaving the house this morning. As I was leaving the house, I dropped my backpack and I tripped right over it.
Yeah.
I don't tell people.
And you don't want to cry, so you just have to laugh and pretend that it was funny, but actually you're really in pain and it's embarrassing.
You got to hold the pain in, right? You just cringe down with your teeth and whatnot. Familia, Ellie Goulding on 92.3 Amp Radio. It's your boy in the morning. Thank you so much. God bless you.